So this video is not to scare you, but it's simply to talk about current levels of the market. And please, after hearing me out, share in the comment section what you guys think. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and the market is a little choppy today. And that's not in a sense why I'm making this video, but it's, I think, what is reminding people that the market can pull back. And that's in a sense what it is that I want to show you. This is /NQ, and /NQ is a NASDAQ future. When the overall market goes up, then this goes up as well. We just hit 180-day highs. Again, we are at all-time highs for the NASDAQ future, and a lot of the other major markets are following as well. If we look at /ES, this is the S&P 500 future. If you pay attention to the RSI indicator, and again, I understand that indicators are to be used as a reference, never a single and sole reason on why you choose to take a trade. But looking at how /NQ has traded before and when it pulls back, I'm not saying that the market's going to crash. I'm not saying that the market's going to sell off. At the end of the day, no one knows what's going to happen in the future. This thing can continue to uptrend. All I'm saying is I'd rather be prepared than to be surprised. And looking at the levels that /NQ is as of right now, looking at every time that it's pushed up and the RSI indicator reaches nearly 80, right? So 80 as the RSI, and then it pulls on back to the SMA line. It pushes up, pushes up, pushes up, becomes a little bit more on the overbought side, reaches about 72, pulls right on back, pushes up, pushes up, pushes up, pulls on back, pushes up, pulls on back, pushes up, pulls on back, right? Pullbacks are healthy. Why? Why are pullbacks healthy? Well, because they allow not only traders, but also long-term investors to experience a healthy pullback where they can buy for a better deal, average up into their position, and then ride that overall uptrend pattern, especially if you're putting your money in something that is increasing in value over time. So why is it that I'm talking about this right now? Well, because we've been so bullish, especially for the past couple of weeks, I want to make sure that you as well are at least aware of this. At the end of the day, if you plan to hold and that was your initial plan, all power to you. I'm never here to change your idea or change your plan, but I want to make sure that you understand where we are at current levels, and that it wouldn't be much of a surprise if we begin to pull back because of how overbought we are. Not just with what the RSI indicator is and that being at 83, not just because the MACD is already descending. Those are just indicators, and we've seen it multiple times where indicators are not 100% accurate. I 100% agree with you. But as we are reaching these overbought levels, as we just made 180-day highs, I don't think it would come as much of a surprise to a lot of you if the market does begin to pull back. And how can you prepare for this? Well, one of the things that I began to do, and I'm not saying that you should do this as well, is I wanted to share my plan on how I plan to anticipate and tolerate a pullback. Does that mean that I'm selling my entire account? Does that mean that I'm selling my entire investing account? Of course not. My entire investing account doesn't even get touched, right? Those are long-term plays. My trading account is a little bit different. I'm more proactive with it. So I want to share with you on how I approach it. My investing account, as it sells off, I'll buy more. I average up and then I'll ride the recovery. With my trading account, it's a little bit different. I don't sell on all of my stocks my entire position. So I want to give you an example. When it comes down to something like Tesla has been previously bullish. Does that mean that I'm going to sell my entire account size or position size up here? No, I don't plan to. If you plan to, then great. If you plan to buy more up here, then that's up to you. What I plan to do is, I know, and I feel comfortable saying that it would not surprise me if this thing begins to pull back a little bit. So I got to make sure that my position size, the dollar amount that I have invested, is tolerable. So an example can be is if you have $10,000 invested when you're fully invested in Tesla, I would consider the idea of being less than 0.5% or under 25% invested. And why? Well, because we are at these overbought levels and it wouldn't be a surprise if it begins to pull back. I want to make sure that with my trading account that, yeah, I have enough money that just in case it continues to go up, I can make some money. But as well as I got to prepare for the future. And if it begins to pull back, I got to make sure that I have enough buying power that I can buy those good deals. And one of the things that we talked about within our Learn Plan Profit live trading session today is it was actually one of our members that kind of made the joke, and it's, I love when Black Friday comes early, right? So obviously Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving, but the idea is if the market were to pull back, a lot of the stocks that were previously bullish would be discounted, right? And how would that look like? This is an example. This is not that the market caused this to sell off. It was actually its own thing, right? But this is an example of when something is at 180-day highs. Just imagine you sell 50% of your position as it's overbought. You sell 80% of your position, and then it pulls on back. So you only owe 20%. So out of $10,000, you only have $2,000. You might experience, a couple red days as it sells off and finds a support. But guess what? You have 80% of your account ready to get and take advantage of these good deals. So you can then buy here, very similar to this, right? And then you can ride the recovery, and then you can ride the recovery. So lemonade is just an example of something that doesn't really have to do with, the market pulling back. But it's an example of like how it could look, right? When the market pulls back, it does drive a lot of stocks down. And it looks very similar to this, where they were previously bullish. It acts as a negative catalyst, and they are at a discount because they tend to recover shortly after. So all I'm asking you is, if the market were to pull back, what are you going to be doing to prepare to take advantage of these Black Friday deals? Again, an example. I want to make a lighthearted joke out of it because I want to encourage you that if the market does begin to pull back, what stocks are on your Black Friday list? You know how on Black Friday you have a list of gifts that you potentially want to buy that are really good deals. I want to buy a new TV because it's 50% off. I want to buy an iPhone because it's $200 off or 20% off. What stocks are in that or on that Black Friday list? You guys get the idea? So I wanted to share this with you, and I wanted to make sure that you understand current levels of the overall market. I hope that it only continues to push up just based off previous patterns. Pullbacks are healthy, and that they happen all the time. It's not if it's going to happen, it's when. And it's not that it's going to happen this week or next week, but it will happen. And what are you going to do to prepare for it? Position size, risk management, and making sure that you have enough buying power and that Black Friday list to understand where to diversify your money to be able to ride that recovery and buy those good deals. That is the purpose of today's video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please consider dropping a thumbs up and share anything in the comment section, any stock that you are watching that you plan to buy or is in your Black Friday list. Let me know if you guys like that analogy or like that example. So if you guys would like to join us for our live trading session as soon as tomorrow, you guys know where to go. It's the second link down below, and we'll see you tomorrow at Market Open. Don't forget to subscribe, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.